We're about to be here. This is Project Soul Society. You know, my name is Mr. Jinx. And we're about to go over here and interview the world-renowned, world-famous Chris Willis. Chris Willis, do you hear me? Chris Willis. For all those... who's Chris Willis? Chris Willis is the man that sang on Love Is Gone. You know Love Is Gone?
What are we supposed to do after all that we've been through? When everything that felt so bright is home, my love. Now that the love is gone.
Chris Willis, originally a gospel singer from Dayton, Ohio, now a global celebrity singer, songwriter, and producer who's collaborated with the likes of David Guetta, CeCe Winans, Kelly Clarkson, Desmond Child, and many more. He got an early start in-house with his mother teaching him how to play the piano at age 10, and father, who was also a singer, introduced him to gospel and R&B. His first deal was with Warner Brothers as a gospel artist, and through what he calls only luck, was later turned on to R&B and the club scene that has taken him abroad and bombarded us with hits like Love Is Gone, Louder, Getting Over You, and too many others to name. Now with his new label Veneer Records, the possibilities for further success are endless. Guetta calls Willis the best singer on the planet. Fergie declares he has the voice of heaven. And Akon says he has the voice that punches through the party and gets everyone's attention. So without further ado, let's get on with this interview with the world famous celebrity and the man who brings the soul to clubs, Chris Willis.
We're about to go up here in the Dream Hotel. Ready? We go in here.
Project Soul Society. Let's see, where else can we go from here? As an American-born singer, do you like touring more abroad or being in here in the United States? Do you get more energy abroad?
Well, you know, at first I toured mostly in Eastern Europe, and that was a really unique experience because I'd never really been there before.
Right.
It was kind of awkward because I think I kind of took it for granted coming from the black community in Black America, and people are accustomed to seeing black people. We see them on TV, we see them on billboards, but when I first started going to Eastern Europe, I had to kind of think to myself, okay, they're seeing a black person for the first time, so they're going to stare a little bit longer. It's going to be an awkward kind of thing. But what would happen after, kind of going through customs and going through the airport and all that, and getting, meeting the people that were hosting us, and getting to the club later on that night, it was just like they shifted, they changed. They had a little drink in them, so they were less inhibited. Right. You would think I was Elvis or some major star. The reception was just incredible. I mean, they knew all the songs, so I felt very much at home. A lot of times in America, to flip that, I think if you're not really as mainstream as I'd like to think I am in my mind, then they have that kind of, who's that guy? Kind of experience. And in the beginning, that's the way it was, but thankfully, because of all the videos and the popularity of some of the music, Love Is Gone, and Getting Over You with Fergie and LMFAO, and actually having a presence in the video, people are able to make that connection of my face and the name. But before it was really hard. I would play some clubs, they were like, who is this guy? What's going on? But the beautiful thing is they knew the music, but they had never really connected it with the guy singing the songs. So that's been the hardest part about it.
Yeah, that's actually one of the biggest things. I know I've had a few people and I'm like, you don't know who this guy is? And they're like, I think I know. And I'm like, wait a second, have you heard Love Is Gone? And they're like, the singer, the guy? And then everybody jumps up and
So mending that disconnect has been tough around the world, but especially in America, and hopefully this will help to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's why we bring you the real people, the real
scenes. And as we're going to get into in front of the scenes right now, with a lot of things. What's your most memorable tour moment?
There are probably two moments. I'll never forget being in the Staples Center with David and Usher, a whole bunch of people. It was a really, really enormous venue. And then the only thing that topped that was being in Brazil. It was a couple of years ago, and it was an enormous stage. It's called the Spirit of London in white. It's in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, and there's probably usually 35,000 people there. And I'll never forget this. I did maybe 3 or 4 songs in my set, and in the middle I usually put Getting Over You. And I think after that was over, there was such love for that song. There was like about 15 seconds worth of applause. It was just the outpouring of love from that experience. It's kind of burned to my memory. So
that's one of the biggest things, talking about that. You and the connection between you and your fans is pretty big.
Really, really, really incredible. Just the reception, and they're singing the words in English, and English is not their main language, but just that, I don't know, it was just something really, really special about that moment that I'll never forget.
Yeah, wow. I'm thinking about it, thinking if I could put myself in those shoes. That's a beautiful thing.
It was really incredible.
All right. What is your career fantasy or dream? And I guess an even bigger question, are you already living it?
For the most part, I am living it. I mean, to be able to travel the world, like I said before, and to share my voice with a major audience, that was a major part of what I wanted to do and be as an artist. I would love to know what it feels like to hold all those little Grammy statues.
Okay.
To have that kind of respect from the musical community. The American Music Awards is the same kind of ambition. There's obviously artists that I've always admired that I would love to work with. So hopefully that will.
Okay. Talking about that.
Yeah, Patti LaBelle is probably one of my favorites. I actually met her at an awards show years ago. It was held in Monaco. It's called the World Music Awards, and she's been one of my, keen idols from the past. And I think her voice would be phenomenal on some dance tracks. Jennifer Holliday is another artist I'd like to work with. I've worked with quite a few artists, just new and upcoming artists, which I think is another passion of mine, which I'd love to do more of that, because I think there's a lot of technique and a lot of vocal technicality that is somewhat not as focused on now as it was when I was kind of growing up. So, and you can only sing so many songs, you can only play on so many stages. So to be able to replicate what I love and pass it on to some younger talent would be a really good dream of mine come true.
Well, that would be kind of the branching out of Veneer Records.
Absolutely.
Okay. You've been capitalizing on a lot of things now, working with David Guetta and touring. You've worked with a lot of people, and you're also people also want to know that you're also the songwriter, and production behind a lot of your works or different things.
Yeah, most of my production is on the vocal side. I mean, I've been really, really lucky to collaborate with some incredible producers and DJs that are really expert at making tracks. And my specialty is mostly on the vocal side. I produce a lot of my own vocals, and I love giving a lot of vocal direction because that's pretty much my strength. And I love collaborating with melodies and lyric, which is kind of where I came from, with the church and playing the piano and really being focused on melody is a big deal, a big component of gospel music. So, for that part, I stay in that lane. I mean, I would love to, venture out into production. I mean, I love making tracks, but, there's so many great track producers out there. So I get a lot of tracks sent to me, and it's really, it's almost kind of a game because there's so many incredible talents out there, but there's just a few on the top that are really able to capture that top position on Beatport, BPM, and Billboard. So, Red One and all these really great producers are really getting a lot of heat right now. So to be able to collaborate with them and get a vocal and a lyric on a track like that would be enormous. So hopefully that will be an expanse in the future for Veneer Records.
Okay. And that's a good thing. So, and I guess, how does it feel now, with, because you were touring with David Guetta for like 10 years, how does it feel now to be in a position to actually work with these producers on your own and be in charge of everything?
It feels really good. It's the kind of good pressure that you want to have, because in a way, you're kind of competing with yourself. You're setting your own goals and your own standard, and you're reaching for that, that list of your top 5 accomplishments that you want to make. And it's a really good feeling. I mean, I've worked with David, as a writer and a singer for the first 5 or so years that we worked together, and then he kind of branched off into doing a lot of his own shows, and we did some appearances together. But during that time, I've been performing by and large by myself, playing in clubs and doing, what I can to kind of build my own base and to cultivate relationships around the world, and it's a really good feeling.
Okay, cool.
Just a little more heat is all it takes to live a dream and walk hand in hand. Got to understand, and one day soon we'll live in harmony. Just a little more love, just a little more peace. All it takes to live a dream and walk hand in hand. All the same. Walking by like a perfect superstar, caught me off guard, didn't know what to say. Cause the last time you took my breath away, I said that if I ever see you again, that I wouldn't let you pass me by, because I want you to remember this moment in time. Cause I'm gonna make you mine, gonna make you mine. Is there anybody in love tonight? Anybody wanna tell me when it feels just right? Oh, I think I found the one tonight. Give me more than just a touch, cause I'm just too much in love. I'm just too much. I'm just too much in love. I think I found the one tonight. Give me more than just a touch, cause I'm just too much in love. Here I am, all the man that you say you want. So tell me why you run game, messing with my heart, when you know that I can play that part. I said that if I ever see you again, that I wouldn't let you pass me by. And I just want you to remember this moment in time, cause I'm gonna make you mine, gonna make you mine. Is there anybody in love tonight? Anybody wanna tell me when it feels just right? Oh, I think I found the one tonight. Give me more than just a touch, cause I'm just too much in love. I'm just too much. I'm just too much in love. I think I found the one tonight. Give me more than just a touch, cause I'm just too much in love. I'm just too much in love. I finally found the way. Said I think I finally found the way. I think I finally found the way. Said I think I finally found the way. Is there anybody in love tonight? Anybody wanna tell me when it feels just right? Oh, I think I found the one tonight. Give me more than just a touch, cause I'm just too much in love. I'm just too much. I'm just too much in love. I think I found the one tonight. Give me more than just a touch, cause I'm just too much in love. What are we supposed to do after all that we've been through? matter. Now that the love is gone, there is nothing left to prove. Now you should deny this simple truth. Can't find the reason to keep holding on. Now that the love is gone, oh, there is nothing left to prove. Now you should deny this simple truth. Can't find the reason to keep holding on. Now that the love is gone. Hey, 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 got to find a reason. Got to find a reason. Got to find a reason. Hey, hey, yeah. Feel so tight. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, feel so tight. Got to find a reason. Give it to me, girls.